Shortly after having their second child, it was clear things weren't going to work out between Michael and Jennifer. In 2019, the couple decides to separate. Jennifer keeps the family home while Michael buys another house just around the corner. This will enable both parents to equally spend time with their girls. Not long after the separation, Michael meets Hannah Landon, a dancer at a gentleman's club. With the onset of the pandemic, Hannah loses her job and also manages to lose custody of her children. Michael invites Hannah to move into his home and help him care for his two girls. It's not long before issues began between Hannah and Jennifer. Arguments turn into physical altercations during extracurricular activities for the girls. One notable incident takes place during a swim meet. Now it's April 24th, 2023. Bella, who is now 6 years old, is attending therapy sessions to help deal with separation anxiety. She's been having near daily panic attacks and hysterical crying fits at school. During the therapy session, Bella reveals that she is afraid of Ms. Hannah and says that Ms. Hannah is very mean to her. Michael tells Hannah about how Bella says she's feeling, and he mentions the relationship may need to be reevaluated. But Hannah doesn't seem to care. Later, an argument starts between the couple because Hannah has used Bella's wagon for gardening work. When Michael comes home for lunch on April 24th, Hannah is naked and attempts to seduce him. Michael isn't interested. He returns to work and doesn't speak to Hannah again until later in the evening. In the late evening hours, Hannah kept Michael updated about the girls. She sends him text messages letting him know baths were taken. Bella placed her tooth under her pillow, and the kids were tucked in for the night. All seems well at Michael's house. The next morning, Michael wakes up and realizes both Hannah and Bella are missing. After frantically searching inside the home, Michael goes to the Harahan police station. Officers begin canvassing the neighborhood. Deputies from Jefferson Parish are called in for assistance. And then, Bella's mother, Jennifer, finds a wagon with a bucket in her front yard. The bucket appears to have a red substance on the outside. Officers on scene open the bucket found in Jennifer's front yard and find Bella's body inside. Bella was wearing her pink polka dot pajamas and is placed face down inside the bucket, in the fetal position. Hours after police discover Bella's body, Hannah walks calmly into the Harahan police station. Hannah proceeds to ask for hugs from her mother and makes other strange requests. EMTs are called to the scene who evaluate her and transport her to an area hospital. As law enforcement officers continue their investigation, they are provided with a video that appears to be Hannah pulling a wagon with a bucket inside down the street at approximately 9:30 p.m. on the prior evening. This matches the description of the bucket found in the front yard of Jennifer's home, Bella's mother.
The manner of death is homicide. She has multiple injuries.
When they opened up that bucket, they found the 60-year-old deceased inside that bucket. Turned into a homicide investigation. Obviously, at that point, homicide detectives from Jefferson Parish Sheriff's Office were called out to the households in the neighboring area, which showed her pulling a wagon down late last night with the bucket inside the back of that wagon.
After being evaluated at a local hospital, 43-year-old Hannah Landon was charged with first-degree murder and 2 counts of obstruction of justice. It's later learned that Hannah began sending goodbye texts to her friends after dropping the bucket in Jennifer's front yard. Some of those text messages were sent to friends she made during her exotic dancing days, saying, "Remember me as Valentina." Valentina was one of her stage names. Hannah sends a message to her sister that reads, "I've buried my phone under a tree, and my phone has proof that I was abused by Michael. Be sure my attorney gets it." Hannah wakes Michael's older daughter and tells her she is going to Florida. Later, investigators would see that Hannah Googled defense attorneys in the hours before and after the murder. She also placed her phone in a Ziploc bag before burying it. Autopsy results revealed that Bella's cause of death was manual strangulation and blunt force trauma to the head. Authorities said it was likely that Bella was still alive when placed inside the 10-gallon chlorine bucket. After several attempts to claim insanity, Landon was finally put on trial last week in Jefferson Parish. It took the jury less than 45 minutes to reach a guilty verdict. Landon will be sentenced on Tuesday, May 6th at 9 a.m. That sentence will be a mandatory life sentence without the possibility of parole.